I haven't done a proper well thought out video in forever, so yay! Sorry. Anyway, so what happened last episode? I'm pretty sure this is what happened. I'm pretty sure we saw the Yucatan get formed. We saw Chile and Argentina get formed. We saw Venezuela get formed. And also the Yucatan. Pretty sure that we saw, I'm going to call it Caribbean, get formed. We saw the West Africa get formed and South Africa get formed. Now we see a bit more stuff happening in this episode because I have nothing to do. We begin seeing the green country. Wait, what country? I'm gonna call this Canada. We see Canada begin not invading, taking land up here. Actually, I'm gonna make a new layer. No, not duplicate layer. Add layer. It's gonna have all names. Louisiana, I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. How does 36 look? Yeah, that looks good. Let me move this. I don't want it that color. Let me make it red because that's a striking opposite. Louisiana. Actually, I'll just do this after the video because I can't be bothered. Anyways, we decide. And then Louisiana decides to do the exact same thing. This time, doing something like this. But they only managed to get up to here, not technically reaching Alaska. Like main sections of Alaska. Eventually, we see the green country reach up to here. But that's about as far up as they can go. So what do we actually see now? That's right, wars. Let me use yellow. First thing we see is Mexico invading into the Yucatan. Since this country is quite small, we see their capital get taken within a matter of days. And then, yeah, full assimilation. And then we see actually another Mexican war, but this time it's these two versus them. We instantly see this section fall to Nevada. Then we see Nevada begin sort of hollowing out the country by going far in and then making a circle. And then cutting them off from all of here, which also has their capital, which is just there. This section falls and then this section falls and then where does the rest go? Mexican. Anyways, yeah. Oh, I know what we can do. Oh. We see Venezuela begin invading further, exploring more and more down the continent, eventually taking all of North and South America. I think this is going way too quickly. So we actually see something happen. We see a large section of them randomly just not be theirs anymore. Mainly because there's forest fires, and eventually the fires spread further down, further down, further down, until it reaches like this section. Because there's such thin areas over here, and they basically probably can't keep contact. Hell yeah! And we see a similar thing happen with them, but luckily they managed to keep contact. Oh. We actually see Peru sort of collapse into a few countries. Them being Peru, and that's it. But we also see Florida sort of collapse. I'm gonna quickly just draw the borders in just so that it's easier. You see the main section of Florida. I'm gonna call this Carolina. It's like, yeah, this is near where Carolina is, and I don't know any other countries near here. Scrabble! Yay! We see Maine breakaway. I know this also has Newfoundland, and I'm not sure if it's called that, but New Brunswick. Also, I found out yesterday, this is an island, so yeah. And then the rest, Virginia. I can't think of any other things. But we actually see Mexico collapse a bit as well. We see like a Central American area breakaway. That also includes the Yucatan, so there goes newly acquired territory. We see a section of land that I'm going to call Texas. They break away. Oh, yep, yeah, they break away. Then we see a Mexican Civil War happen. That has little pockets of land just everywhere. And these little pockets of land begin expanding out. They begin expanding out. And eventually manage to cut the country in half by connecting all together. This looks like a guy. Northern Mexico Falls, and soon Southern Mexico Falls. And we actually see our first peace treaty. I'm going to change the colour of Mexico to make it look a bit more appealing. We see Mexico get split in half. Just going to run along this. No, it does a spike up. So that's North Mexico and South Mexico, which get to keep their autonomy. So yeah, these guys aren't relevant yet. They're gonna be relevant soon, like maybe like episode 10. Anyway, we see just a gangbang of the Caribbean nation. We see a Floridian landing take place here, and also somehow here. A Venezuelan landing happens here. Then these two forces sort of cut the country in half, like this. Then Central America, I'm just going to call Yucatan, no correlation, make a landing here, and that is the rest of the country. And then eventually the Caribbean is now like this. Eventually we begin to see Peru sort of just expand. Eventually managing to take land that looks like this. What? Wait, hold on. That... Yeah, it wasn't my phone. Anyways, after that, we see... I just want to say, why does this look more grey than this? Also, I just want to say, South Mexico is the original government, North Mexico is the new government. We see Louisiana have a little civil war. Actually, let me quickly get new colours. Add, 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 and I really like that colour, so, and add. The first new area is actually the newly acquired land, or a little portion of it. The second area that breaks away is Cascadia, or something that looks like a very sad version of Cascadia. Actually, let me give them a slightly different colour because it's really hard to see that. Then the last one's a really north one that looks just like this. Basically cutting. Actually, no. They somehow managed to get some land staying up here, but it's by a very tight corridor. And eventually we look up north to see just a new nation formed. It is gonna have about it's gonna have about maybe a couple hundred people. And it's just like this general section. Actually, let me just shape it a bit different. Yeah, I'll shape it like this. Anyways, they begin island hopping and island, 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 island. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to happen. So, guess what? That's right.